Why, hello everybody, it's Corbin, and today we're going to go ahead and talk about some of the products that I got in my Ipsy bag. So I'm going to do a makeup look, and the first things I did were prime, and I put like a chapstick on. I'm using a matte concealer, an NC40, and I'm going to go ahead and just use, it's a MAC Studio concealer. You're just going to apply it all over my face for a foundation and conceal everything. I wanted to make sure I had a flawless face, which is always my goal whenever I wear this much makeup. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and, after I finish doing that, I'm going to go ahead and contour, and I'm going to use a Ben Nye product for that, which is what they call their dark shadow, and just put it in my hollow of my cheeks, under my nose, and under my lip, which you guys will go ahead and watch that in a second. So now I'm going to go ahead and apply the concealer that I got in the Ipsy bag, and I apply it as a highlight because of how light it is on my skin. Now, this one, I believe it's in light beige is what they called it, or it could be in something else. I don't really remember because it doesn't say it on the pot. But what I found with this concealer is the longer you wore it, regardless of where it was, it would start to slip and slide around. I set it with powder. I really did my best to try to preserve it, but this stuff just didn't want to stay in place on me. I do have oily skin in the areas where I applied it as a highlight, and it was just not looking good. It creased really bad, it would smudge, it would fly everywhere. I did like it actually when I applied it as a brow highlight and blended it, because it looked really pretty. And it did stay on my brows because I don't usually get oily around my lid area. Pretty much the makeup look is using my last two Ipsy shadows I got, which that's the Pacifica one, that's like the goldy bronze color. I use it all over the lid except for the inner corner and the highlight. I use that one, which is like the little pretty white beigey kind of color that I just applied at my inner corner and on my brow highlight and blended everything out. Um, those shadows, they're decent, they're very pretty, they're not my favorite in the universe. They're not going to be the ones that I go to all the time, but since I have them here and I wanted to use mostly Ipsy products on my face, it worked for the time being. Now, as far as the 50 Shades of Grey, which is coming up and getting ready to be put on my face in a second, it's a mineral eyeshadow. I actually really like this. It's highly pigmented, a little goes a long way. What I hate about the packaging, though, is that it's like most mineral products where it comes through a sifter, and way too much product will come through the sifter. I wish that had like a little dome cap that you could stop it from pouring out when it does, but it really does. This stuff is highly pigmented, a little goes a long way. I was really shocked when I was using it, because when I swatched it, it wasn't that strong. But apparently with a good base, like, I used Shadow Insurance, and it really stayed. It really stuck, and it really held on. And I really liked it. It's not an easy color to blend out, but it looks really pretty once you start getting it to work with you and getting on. So I actually ended up really liking it. This is one of my more favorite products from the bag. And yeah. So pretty much what you're seeing is me putting eyeliner around my eyes and blending out the rest of the foundation and highlight and contour. So while this is going on, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about the post-usage products, like the face wash and then the spot corrector. With the face wash, I really liked it. It really does remove your makeup super fast. In one foul swoop, it washed off this entire face. I had worn the face for like 2 or 3 hours before washing it, and I was really impressed with it. I'd used it for a week. The only thing that I did notice is, since I have oily combination skin, so some parts get super dry, it made the dry parts super dry. It leveled out my oil, it made my oil virtually normal, it was really nice, but I would have to heavy moisturize the areas that were dry. And it's a give and take. It's good or bad. I guarantee you, if I had the full range of products with like the serums and all of that that are supposed to come with it, I'd probably really love it, and it would be a great product to use to clean off your makeup. Now, the spot corrector, I did use this for a week, and what I noticed about it is I actually preferred to apply it in the morning before I went out and did things compared to doing it at night, because I found it gave me a very flawless looking face without wearing too much makeup or without even wearing any. It was very, very pretty. As like, I don't want to say it was like a BB cream, it was just very pretty to put on and work with as a base and have there for a nude face, and I liked it for that. It did seem to lighten some of my freckles up, and it did kind of stop some of the more problematic parts of my skin from arising to the surface. But I would have to use it a lot longer to really give it a fair review. It's neither here nor there for me. I don't mind my little freckles or anything that I have on my face, so I don't know. Maybe for people that have more blotchiness or discoloration, it would probably be a better product. Now, the last product that I actually applied was the NYX lip butter. And I really actually liked the color. It's a very, very pretty lipstick. It's very nice. But if you have chapped lips, this stuff is going to get into all your little cracks, all your little wrinkles. And I have really bad chapped lips. So that's something to bear in mind. I do love the lipstick, though. Do you like what you see? Then subscribe!